doing a comparison of two well-liked Never Summer boards, a former favorite and a new favorite. And Jimbo and I put same bindings, Union Atlas 2016, which are amazing bindings. And they fit well with these boards, really well. And we have the same boots on too. We're kind of SLX buddies this year. It's a pretty much A/B test. This is a 156 and this is a 158. And that's kind of the sizing that's appropriate. It's an equal match in terms of the way the boards are designed. For me, the 159 is a little too big and the 161 is a little too big, but the 158 and 156 fit my feet perfectly. And so to start out, first off, you look at the camber profiles. Yeah, there we go, synchronized. You can see the Cobra has a much more mellow camber, where the West has a much more aggressive camber. And that's kind of one of the reasons why the West won us over as a favorite. Even though this is technically stiffer on the website, I felt like, flex that one. Yeah, so you can feel that has just a little more flex in the middle, but that camber in the tip and the tail, that extra camber seems to equalize it. So even though this is an overall stiffer flex, this feels like a little more stiff and a little more aggressive on the mountain in a great way that's not so unforgiving aggressive, just fun aggressive. Fun
rail turns, just rail.
And that's where you see the biggest difference is carving and stability.
Yeah.
This board, just Jimbo and I were both just having so much fun railing on turns compared to the Cobra.
It was laser accuracy, carving turns.
Where the Cobra, as I went into a turn, I felt like I kind of had to squat out to kind of get pressure over this camber to really let it hold. And even then it didn't hold as well as the West if I brought my legs in and did more of a surfy, carvy turn. And so that's why I think both Jimbo and I prefer the West. The West is actually a little more difficult to butter than the Cobra, I felt. And I have a demo model, so it's a little stiffer than the production, but still that extra camber in the tip and tail, you really feel the bend more here in the middle than you do in the tip and tail. So the tip and tail wants to hold with all that extra camber, and it's got a fun, poppy, springy feel, where this is actually easier to butter, which even though it's stiffer, it's easier to butter. And this though, the Cobra, I'd prefer on a powder day by just a little bit more than the West, because this has a little bit more setback. I think this is like 0.6 and this is 0.75. And when it's set all the way back, it's a pretty surfy powder ride, where this set all the way back is still very good, but it's kind of more in the snow trooper realm of float. Maybe a little less because there's extra camber, so there's less float, but most of the production models have a really good bend in the middle, so the tip and tail are up, so you get some decent float. So, you know, anything you want to add, Jimbo? Like,
no, I did a lot of nodding with the points that you were hitting that were in my brain already. I do a lot of the nodding. No, which is good because I'm not nodding off. I'm nodding. Yeah, I was preferring this board. However, I would, if I'd had that board, I would not be disappointed.
And what did you say about this board?
Which
you
board?
Had sex on the piano table, but she wouldn't let her kiss you?
She wouldn't let me kiss her.
She's my girl.
It goes like it's on rails, so I was trying to make some bunch of Richard Gere, Julia Roberts references.
Ah.
The corner's like it's on rails.
But all in all, both boards are fun. I think this is a little more loose and playful. This is a little more stable and carvy. They both handle speed pretty well in their own way. This is a little more damp, but this is a little more stable. So it's kind of an equal out. It's still all personal preference. I think if you're gonna see a lot of really good snow and powder, you might like this. But if you're looking for an all conditions ride that you can carve, surf powder, ride switch, pop, hit jumps, hit the pipe, kind of do everything, even maybe a mellow box or two, in a small jib park. This board is one of our personal favorites, and one of those boards I could just take with me on a trip and just use this board and have fun in every aspect of riding.